Hello everyone, I am Ridish Jani. I am a licensed immigration advisor at New Zealand Gateway. Today in this video, I'm going to answer your queries regarding your New Zealand visa application processing and some important information from Immigration New Zealand which we have received today on the 17th of April 2020. So till date, INZ has focused their resources on COVID-19 related applications or requests. So meaning if anyone wants to travel to New Zealand and there's an emergency for them to travel, or they were stuck outside of New Zealand for some reason and they have to travel back to New Zealand. So those were the type of applications that INZ was processing till date. Now the good news is that as New Zealand shifts from level 4 to a level 3, as early as 22nd of April, INZ is now in a position to start some application processing for applicants that are already in New Zealand. So currently INZ is focusing on processing applications that are a priority and can be processed by their limited staff within the current operational constraints. So understandably, this news will be disappointing news for some people whose visa categories are not being processed right now, but rest assured INZ is continuing to review their operations and we will hear from them soon. So please don't lose hope and stick in there. This time is very difficult for most of us, I can understand that. However, this is only temporary and things will get back to normal with the visa processing as more of INZ offices and staff start working and eventually they'll reach their full operational capability. Hopefully INZ will be able to process more visa types in the near future, so let's hope for that. Now coming to the most important question, will my visa application be processed during this time? Is my visa application a priority for Immigration New Zealand? So now let's come to that and I'll answer your question. So the visa types that are prioritized for visa processing by Immigration New Zealand are visa applications for victims of domestic violence. The second category is partnership category for temporary visas, and this also includes reassessment, meaning if your visa has been previously declined and you have applied for reassessment, your application will be a priority for INZ. If your partner is already present in New Zealand, or if you are present in New Zealand and you are a partner of your spouse who's a New Zealand visa holder, correct? Now applicants will be contacted if further information is required or once a decision is made on their application, and if any additional information is required by Immigration New Zealand, they will contact you. Also, there will be no deadlines for to provide these documents to Immigration New Zealand. So as they can understand that there might be a few difficulties in getting those documents and submitting them to immigration. Now due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there will be some changes to the way applications are processed. So this may include no indicative time frame for deciding applications. So in simpler terms, it means that there will be no fixed time frames. There is no surety on how long your application will take. Now there will also be no face-to-face interviews or any other activities involving physical interaction. Some applications may be progressed quicker than the others based on priority. Immigration officers may be unable to process applications where mandatory information cannot be obtained due to the current circumstances. Okay, so now INZ will not be generally processing application types outside of this list at this time. So meaning if your visa application does not fall in these categories, your application will not be processed right now. But immigration officers will retain the discretion to prioritize other applications where the circumstances of the applicants require particular urgency, meaning if you have applied for a visitor visa based on partnership and say you are in India and you want to travel to New Zealand to be with your spouse, and if there are excruciating circumstances around your case, meaning there is a medical emergency or there is some or the other health complication, and in such cases you will be allowed to apply for a special request to Immigration New Zealand, and they will prioritize your application. But please understand, this is only for special cases and in extraordinary circumstances. Alright, so moving on to the next point. So these are the few categories where there are no changes as to the processing. Immigration New Zealand has clearly said that they will generally be not processing such type of applications. Now, another common question that we face is whether if you have already received your visa and will you be able to travel to New Zealand, or will my visa expire, or will I get an extension from Immigration New Zealand? So there's a simple answer to this. Unfortunately, till date, INZ has not said anything or has not let out any information for people whose visas expire in the coming months. For such cases, you will have to wait until there is further information from INZ in the coming, unless there is a medical emergency or there is some other emergency of any sort. Your application will not be processed by immigration. If you have any other questions, please feel free to write those questions in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer those questions and get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please stay safe, stay at home, take care.